Hey, welcome to the RV Boss. My name is Willie, and in this video, I'm going to be changing the oil, the engine oil and filter on my 2007 Ford FourWinds E450 with the V10 engine. And it's important to change the oil at regular intervals, especially with these motorhomes, since I'm using them as rental vehicles. They can really rack up the miles quickly. And to protect the engine, I use a strict 3,000 mile change interval schedule. And that's for both the engine oil and the filter. So with that said, let's check out the video. Okay, so the things needed to get started will be a oil drain pan or container, an oil filter wrench, and then also you'll need a filter of some kind, either the OEM, which is the Motorcraft, and they're real cheap. I mean, under $4 at Walmart or online. And then obviously the oil. So you'll need 6 quarts of 5W20. I use the synthetic. Conventional's fine, but synthetic is preferred, especially with higher miles. Making sure that the vehicle is parked on an even surface, and then also that the oil and the engine is cooled off. Remove the fill cap and then place the drain pan underneath the plug, the drain plug. I use a 16 millimeter wrench just to give it a tug to get loose, and then use my hand to work the bolt out until it started to drain. I used a filter, the Fram PH2. I don't know, it's just personal preference. I like the grip on the bottom of it. It's a little easier to handle when you're twisting on and twisting off, get a little bit more leverage. But the OEM Motorcraft is what's recommended, and again, like I said, it's real economical. It's under $4, so that's fine too. But once finished draining, then just place the plug back in, tighten it down, not too tight so it doesn't strip it, but tight enough so it doesn't fall out, obviously. And then loosen up the filter, let that drain out. It's good to wipe around the rim of the mounting surface just to make sure no gaskets are left behind, so that there's a proper fit when you're replacing the new one. And then wiping some fresh oil around, kind of priming the new filter and lubricating it, and then just twisting it on. I think the rule of thumb is as tight as you can with your hand, and then a quarter more turn either with a wrench or with your hand if you can get it a little tighter. And that's it. And then just filling up with 5W20. I use synthetic 6 quarts. So one full 5-quart container, and then a 1-quart container to reach the full maximum capacity. And then usually I'll wait about a minute or so just to pull the dipstick and then check and make sure that it's at the proper level. So that's it. It's a pretty simple maintenance activity, but one that definitely is very important. And the reason why I choose to change the oil myself is really for 2 reasons. One, the time saving. In a lot of cases, I have bookings that are back to back, and I'm reaching that 3,000 mile marker, and sometimes I've even gone over it. I don't have time to take the RV into the shop and wait a day or 2, or even maybe more than that. So it's a lot more convenient just for me to change it. Takes about 15 or 20 minutes, and then I can have it ready to go for the next booking. The second reason is really probably the more significant one, and that's the cost savings. And you're talking like $29 for oil and a filter, versus if you look at Camping World, for example, $165 for a engine oil service. I do 30,000 miles a year in rental mileage, and so if you add that up and do the math on that, you're talking a pretty significant savings. Right around $1,300 a year at the end of the year. So that's significant for me, and definitely a motivating factor to have myself do it. And it's really not that difficult to do. Like I said, it takes about 15 or 20 minutes. So hopefully you got some value out of this video. If so, hit the like button and consider subscribing. I've got some other videos on the channel that are about similar topics and can be helpful as well. So thanks for watching, and you take care.